The next thing we have to do is, okay, now we have done that AC generator produces only what kind of current?
AC.
AC current, correct? So AC generator produces alternating current, okay, of frequency how much?
0 to 90.
Frequency. What is the frequency of the alternating current that we receive in our homes?
So we have not done that.
Okay. Household circuits, though, we have told you all, no? It is 50 hertz.
Yes, sir.
So AC generator produces AC current, okay? AC current of frequency 50 hertz. Okay. Now, actually, what is this frequency of 50 hertz means? That, suppose, see, if this is a AC generator, I'm just drawing the armature coil, okay? So this is the AC generator and say this is the axle. Now, this armature is rotated externally or not? With the help of external source or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Say in a hydroelectric power plant, the turbine rotates over here. Now, when this turbine rotates, the axle of the turbine will be connected to the axle of the armature. Then this armature will start rotating or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, like in a thermal power plant, there will be a thermal turbine. So when this turbine will rotate, then this armature will rotate or not?
Yes, sir.
So it means that, okay, this coil rotates how many times in a second then?
50 times.
Okay, that means 50 times in a second. Okay, so it is see, in India, most of the generators are designed in such a way that the coil will rotate 50 times in a second. Okay, that is why we say the frequency of the alternating current is 50 hertz.
So that is the average or the highest.
Highest in India, that is the highest. Not only the highest, but that is the design which is the coil is designed in that way. The frequency of the alternating current received in India is 50 hertz. Okay. Now, it differs from, like, say, it can, like, say, if it is a very small plant, the frequency can change. But I'm talking about the main, like, say, the big ones. Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is the frequency of the alternating current. Now
it will pass through the positive mark and negative mark 50 times.
No, actually, see, after every 180-degree rotation, the coil reverses the direction of the current. No. Excuse me. See, after every 180-degree rotation, no.
Yes, sir.
That means 180-degree rotation takes how many times? 55 seconds. No. Means 100 times, no. If 100 times 180-degree rotation is taking place, means the coil is rotating by how many times?
50 times.
50 times. The coil will rotate only 50 times, but you will see that it will change because after every 180-degree rotation, the direction of the current in the arm will change or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But that is why we consider the complete rotation of the coil, that is 50 times in a second. That is why the frequency becomes 50 hertz. Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, another thing we have to know over here is that, okay, now what is the main difference between alternating current and the direct current. The main difference between alternating current and the direct current. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the main difference between the alternating current and the direct current, if you see, now as I have told you all, okay, say if I'm talking about the direct current over here, and this is the alternating current. The first important difference between them is that, see, direct current, it is of constant magnitude. Because the direct current will produce the same amount of current. Means like the direct current sources will always produce the same amount of current. But alternating current, okay, it is the current of magnitude, okay, varying periodically with time. Okay, so because it reverses its direction after every half rotation, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So it is the current of magnitude varying periodically with time. Now another is that direct current. It flows in one direction. But whereas alternating current, it reverses its direction periodically with, it reverses direction of periodically while flowing in the circuit. It reverses direction periodically while flowing in the circuit. Okay? And the third difference between these two is direct current and alternating current is that the source. Direct current is obtained from what?
Batteries.
AC motor.
Cells and batteries. And AC current is obtained from what?
AC generator.
Generators. Okay. So these are the three main differences between
The direction of AC current changes 100 times in a second.
50 times in a second. Yeah, direction of the current, yes. Because after every 180-degree rotation, the direction of the current changes, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And if DC current is stored somewhere, then can we say there the magnitude will not be constant?
No, DC current can be saved. It is saved in batteries, no?
Then why sometimes we get more voltage, sometimes less voltage?
That is the voltage is same. It's like, say, the main function of the battery is to provide you the constant voltage, no? But once the battery gets over, slowly, what happens? The voltage decreases. It is not the current that is decreasing. It is the voltage that is decreasing, no?
Yes, sir.
Direct current, the current will always remain constant because see the current cannot change. See, we know that V equals to IR. Okay, if this is remaining constant means if voltage is directly proportional, no? Got my point. So the direct current, it is because see whenever it is flowing in a circuit, can you increase or decrease the direct current?
No, sir.
But can you increase or decrease the alternating current? Yes.
Yes, sir.
We can increase the alternating current. We can decrease the alternating current. Like in your AC, just consider yourself. So not AC. Sorry, in AC, just consider in fans. When you want, you increase the speed. When you want, you decrease the speed. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That is, see, the fans is receiving which current? It is receiving the alternating current or not?
Yes, sir.
It is the oscillator in the fan. See, the AC current as it enters your fan circuit, there is a device called rectifiers that converts AC into DC, and the motor of the fan rotates. But so when it receives the DC, means it depends upon the AC only, which is getting converted.
Yes, sir.
So we can increase or decrease the alternating current, but we cannot change the magnitude of the direct current when it is flowing in the circuit.
Yes, understood.
Understood. Now, same way, direct current, it flows in one direction. The direct current always flows from what? Positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal of the battery or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Alternating current, see, as it is flowing, it is changing its direction. See, after every 50 times in a second, means that's why the frequency is 50 Hz. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the source, as I told you, it is cells and batteries or generators. Okay, and it is, see, alternating, this is not a difference, I will say, just for your knowledge, I'm telling you. Alternating current is much safer than the direct current. Say, if you compare 240 volt alternating current and 240 volt DC current, okay, if you get a shock with this 2 voltage, okay, suppose a person A gets shocked with this, person B gets shocked with this, okay, say 99% chances of survival. 99% chances of survival. Okay? 1% chance of survival.
So why like this?
Why like this? The reason is that, what did I say? Look here. It flows in
One direction.
one direction. That means if someone gets a shock with a DC current, once the person is pulled, it is not reversing the direction of the current, so it will not be thrown. That means DC current will pull you. Once it pulls you, means it will not leave you. So if it not leave you, means continuously you are getting a shock of 240 volt or not.
Sir, if the person manages to complete the circuit, then will he get current?
Obviously. Because see, if a current is flowing through your body, means you will not get an electrical shock. But with this, if you see, why I'm saying 99% chances of survival, why? Because alternating current, it is reversing the direction of current after every 180 degree rotation. So what is it? If it pulls you, it will throw you back also or not?
Yes, sir.
With this, chances of survival is more. But with this, chances of survival is very, very less. Once it pulls, if the current pulls you, sorry?
AC current will throw back if it is pulling.
See, once the current is flowing in this direction, after 180 rotation, the current will be flowing in this direction. So when it is flowing in this direction, it might be pulling you. But when it is flowing in this direction, it will throw you out or not.
Yes, sir.
See, whenever you see, normally if you have got any kind of shock at home and all, that is mainly due to AC current, what happens? For a moment, you pull your hand back or not?
Yes, especially the switches.
Yeah, you pull your hand back or not? Actually,
Yes, sir.
that is what? That is the AC current is throwing your hand back. It is not that you are pulling your hand back. That is the, you can say, the response of the thing, current. But if it is a DC source, then it will not throw you back. It will pull you. That is why if you see most of our appliances which work on DC, like say in your home also, you have generators. Sorry, you have inverters. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Inverters, if you see the battery which you use, they give you of 24 volt only. Your car batteries, if you see, it ranges from 12 volt to 24 volt. Your mobile phone battery is 6 volt. So the DC source which you are using at your home, they will not give you a very high voltage because risk is there. So the inverters which is given in our homes, they have only 24 volt, which is converted to alternating current. Then it is transformed to 240 volt. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So anyone, any problem with the difference between the AC source and AC current and a DC current?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the advantage of AC over DC? Now, what is the advantage of AC current over DC current? You can say. Now, actually, see, this advantage I will talk to you after I do transformer. Okay, because it will be easy for you to understand. Now, can anyone tell me, say over here, how can we increase, okay, the magnitude of the induced EMF in a AC generator?
So by increasing the number of coils.
By increasing the number of coils. Okay.
Increasing the strength of the magnetic field.
By increasing the strength
Length of the coil.
strength of the magnetic field. Okay.
So by increasing the speed of rotation of the coil.
Very good.
By increasing the thickness of the coil.
Very good. So see, you can see that the main important ones, if you remember, one is by increasing the number of turns of the coil, because if you increase the number of turns of the coil means the magnetic field lines linked with the coil, the strength will increase or not.
Yes.
And number two, by increasing the speed of rotation of the coil. Because if you increase the speed of rotation of the coil means the frequency of the alternating current will
Increase.
And by increasing the area of cross section of the coil means, because if the area is bigger means magnetic field linked to the coil will be more. Change in magnetic field will be more. So if you take this coil and if you take this coil, in which coil the magnetic field linked to the coil will be more?
The
Coil
second
A.
one.
So it be
We have already discussed.
then coil B. So when this coil B rotates, change in magnetic field will be more or not.
Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone, any problem? Anyone, any problem?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, can anyone tell me what is the similarity between an AC generator and a DC motor? What similar things can you say about both the devices? Though they are two different devices, but what are the similarities between AC generator and a DC motor?
Sir, in both mechanical energy gets converted into electrical energy.
DC motor mechanical energy gets converted to electrical energy. In DC motor, it's just the opposite, no? Electrical to mechanical, no? AC is mechanical to electrical, no? Yeah, you can say this. Both in AC generator and DC motor, there is a transformation of energy from one form to another form. In a DC motor, it changes from electrical to mechanical. But in a AC generator, mechanical to electrical, no?
In both the devices, magnets are used.
Very good. Both in AC generator and DC motor, the coil is rotating in the presence of a magnetic field or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these are the two similarities between the AC generator and a DC motor. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Anyone any problem? Anyone any problem?
No, sir.
Okay. So if you all don't have any problem, then we'll be doing 3 questions. Then only we'll start with the transformer. Okay. So everyone, please take out your copies. This is question number 1. Okay. So the arrow indicates the direction of the motion of the solenoid. Okay. Number 1. In what direction does the induced current flow in the coil? And number 2, name the law used to arrive at the conclusion and number 3, okay, how would the current in coil be altered if number A, the coil has twice the number of turns, and number B, the coil was made to move 3 times fast. Coil was made to move 3 times fast. Come on, do it. Then we'll discuss the answer.
The number 1 will be from A to B. Number 2 will be Lenz's law. Number 3, part 1 will be the current becomes twice the original, and part B will be the current becomes thrice the original.
The coil has twice the number of turns means, if the coil has twice the number of turns means what will happen? The
Current
stress,
will become twice.
yeah, the current, there will be increase in the current in the circuit, correct? And the coil was made to move 3 times fast means? The induced
will
EMF
become
3 times the induced EMF.
Yes, very good. Now, how we can say this is the first answer? Okay, in what direction does the induced current flow in the circuit means? As this is flowing from here, what will be the polarity that will be obtained over here?
North pole.
North. So if this is north,
Anti-clockwise.
this is north pole means this will be what?
South pole.
South pole.
So if it is south means the current is flowing in the clockwise direction like this or not?
Yes, sir.
If it is flowing that way means the current is flowing like this. That is from A to B or not?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And name the law used to arrive at the conclusion will be what? Where we use Lenz's law.
Lenz's law.
Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a book with you all, boys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Turn to page. Same. I don't know what will be the page number. See, turn to the electromagnetism chapter and turn to exercise 10C.
Page number 258.
Page number 258. Okay, very good. If it is page number 258, page number 258, you are saying, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is page number 258, 1 minute, okay? Page number 258. Page number 258. Wait, okay, 1 minute. I lost the page number now. Exercise 10C, I said, no?
Yes.
Yeah. What's question number 16 in your page number 258?
The diagram in figure 10.43 shows a fixed coil of several turns connected to a center zero galvanometer G.
Everyone do that question. Everyone do that question.
First, subpart A, the galvanometer will move clockwise. Subpart B, the galvanometer will be at 0. Subpart 3, the galvanometer will move anti-clockwise. And part B, the deflection will increase.
Very good. Everyone finished? Everyone finished?
Can you explain why the
Sir,
galvanometer will move towards the right?
Okay. Which pole is moving towards the coil?
North pole.
North pole, so it will become north and anti-clockwise.
Which pole will be created over there?
North pole.
And what will be the direction of the current?
Sir, anti-clockwise.
It is anti-clockwise means if you see the other end will be what?
South pole.
Clockwise.
So clockwise. So if you see the direction of the clockwise current over there, it is flowing from which direction?
Right.
Right. So it will go from left to right. No. So if it is going from left to right means it is deflecting towards which side?
Right.
Clockwise.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Then do one thing. That was question number 16. No.
Yes, sir.
Can you see question number 17? What is the question?
Name and state the principle of a simple AC generator. What is its use?
The diagram in figure 10 point something question is that the two coil one. In a book, what is the number?
Number 15.
The two coils are the diagram in, shows a coil X connected to a sensitive center 0 galvanometer G. That is the question.
No, sir.
No, sir.
This question is not there. See in your book, the diagram in figure 10, say 10.45 as per.
Yes, sir. Number 35.
So number 35 in your book. It is in my book. It is number 70.
That is into a transformer.
No, it is not a transformer. It is not a transformer question. It is not a. It is based on electromagnetic induction.
No, sir, not this.
No. Number 35. What is the question? Read.
The diagram in figure 10.45 shows the core of a transformer and its input and output connections.
No. That is a different question. Okay, I'm giving you the question over here.
So there is a diagram in which input A and B output is there.
No, not that question. Okay, leave that question because we'll do with the transformer. Come to question exercise 10B once. Come to exercise 10B once.
Yes, sir.
Can you see question number 7? What is question number 7?
A flat coil ABCD is freely suspended between the poles of fused.
Do that. Question number 7, do it.
It will be ready. If you take 1 or 2 sips, it will be 3 minutes हो गया. Did 11 दिन चली recently था. Usually, actually मैं से बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं है मेरे.
Boys, you'll complete this for homework, okay? Because I have an offline class, so I'll be rushing now. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
See you in the next class.
Good morning and thank you, sir.
Okay.